Hello everybody, it is Lasha and welcome to High Voltage. I don't know how to edit, however, a participant on this channel is taking the time to teach me. So if you've never been here before, I call it the RAP community, as in W-R-A-A-P, welcoming, respecting all aspects of people, or welcoming, respecting all aspects of people. So this is me, and I started reading this book, The Exorcism of Annalese Michael. And there are a mishmash of readings intermittently, inconsistently throughout the year. So today is day 7 for my hashtag hashtag surgeons must keep their oaths. Justin Trudeau needs to know. Go to change.org, search Lasha, R-O-J-E-N-K-O, spelling of first name, L-A-S-H-A. Do not donate money. Read the situation, and August the 1st, I am walking and riding my bike from here to Ottawa, to Parliament, to picket. I'm going to get some t-shirts made, but I will still be continuing with reading. When I am done this book, I am reading Andrew Gold. Okay, that was a 2-minute and 13-minute introduction. So I just wanted to, if you want to catch up on where we left off, you need to go and watch under this channel, latest, and I dive right into the book, which I'm doing right now. I need to get some ginger right now. My mouth is a little dry. Yeah, okay. And I do not need the amp on at all. I feel like I'm sniffling like that beautiful woman on the Royal Mass. Sounded like, I don't know, but I have terrible allergies, and Sophie Ann was doing so well, and her paws have flared up again. You know? Okay, if you really want to catch up on the exorcism of Annalese Michael, all of the reads are downloaded on the playlist, and I think there's 4 playlists that say the exorcism of Annalese Michael, and they're not in sequential order. So I would just start off where we left off, because if you saw the movie The Exorcism of Emily Rose, you will understand the book and what happened to her. However, as I've explained in every video, why is there no nail polish and nail polish on the others? I work in a kitchen. Not every day, I wouldn't be able to do it. Now, this book is called The Exorcism of Annalese Michael, in which that movie was based on. I'll save the semantics of based on and this is at the end of the video, in reference to the Pierce Morgan video and involving that woman Ruth, who played Martha in Baby Reindeer. I will talk about that at the end. We last left off on page 72. that she was condemned forever. Subsequently, she kept repeating that. I prayed with her. She did want to pray because she immediately got her rosary and sat down. But after 3 Ave Marias, I could see that she was unable to continue. She suddenly began to scream loudly. Tears streamed down her face. Somebody knocked. I said, now remember, these are transcripts from people living during that time, during the trial, and there are trial transcripts that we will be getting into later on. I just wanted to pause for one moment, because when she was going on about her being condemned forever and so on and so on, yesterday and the day before when I put up the reading, she was having aversions to these holy, ancient, traditional whatever you believe in. Just like people believe in crystals. I don't, personally. I wish I did. Okay, what I'm wondering is, how did she go from unable to walk? So let me reread that. So it was Father Alt that prayed with her. She did want to pray because she immediately got her rosary and sat down. But after 3, she wasn't able to continue. So, but it doesn't say what time she started. How long can somebody pray? And you know, when, a lot of times when Annalise would pray back in those days, and I've got a bad knee, as you know, and it's a miracle that I can do what I do. That's why I put up dancing, folks, because I'm going to be 53, and it was an unjust. This is unjust. Whether she was a schizophrenic, epileptic, anorexic, she was damned. That is a vile way to live. But when she prays in those days, remember, they would do this. They would pray, oh, I can't do it, for very long, like right on their knees, on the cement. And they would, you know, up and down. Have you ever seen Ukrainian men dance? My Tato used to be able to do that. But at any rate, okay. So we don't know how long she was sitting there praying. But at any rate, she suddenly began screaming loudly, tears streaming down her face. Somebody knocked. I said, go on, open the door, and say that Peter should come. She went to the door and said, oh, Anna, it's you. Please go fetch Peter, will you? Then she sat down again. Before we started praying once more, I asked her whether she had taken her pills, and she said that she had. Now, did she embellish? Was she really taking the medication? Do they have proof of that in the autopsy? We'll find out. Okay, so before we started praying once more, I asked her whether, okay, the pills. I gave her the solemn blessing, but her condition did not change. Like, what condition is she talking about? She no longer cried nor screamed. Oh, okay, that part. But I could feel a terrible cold that was radiating from her. That's weird. A terrible cold radiating. I think she means that because this was translated from German to English, and depending on your culture and the language in which you speak, culture is everything. I'll give you an example. Remember I was supposed to get my tooth fixed? This one? Because I'm terrified to go to doctors, dentists, because of what happened to me. So prior to me going to this dentist, I spoke to the secretary and I told her about my situation because I can't stop talking about it, which is so unhealthy. It's eating me up. That's why I'm doing this walk, because I tried the petition. I ran into somebody, but anyways, I was at the dentist and I told the dentist I smoke marijuana, for medicinal purposes, and it calms me down. So the dentist was a different background than myself, very educated, highly intelligent. Although we do have some of the same ancestry, I have Asian eyes. Culture is everything. They left the room for a half hour. So I'm not stoned anymore. Also, the night before, my friend came over, went upstairs to my bed and slept, and I couldn't sleep all night. And I told them that. And then I was told that I tell too much truth, and that it wasn't ethical, and the dentist said, if you don't want me to do it, and I sat up and I said, what is going on? While they were out of the room, I was entertaining myself because that's what I do. I don't want a minute of life to pass by. And so I was listening to my music, da-da, 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 da-da. And then I laid back, and then the assistant came in and was talking to me. And I was talking about this and, how I fell here. And she was looking at me like, I used to be her age. And I used to look at people my age or older, and I didn't do anything wrong. And they rescheduled me for the 29th, so that's in a week. But they were pretty rude. And if they think that I'm going to go to another dentist, no, not in a million years. And at one point, they were like blocking me, and I said, can I get through to rebook the appointment? I said, I'm not paying for this visit. And they put it through to disability. Does anybody now understand why I'm so angry and why I don't go to the dentist? Because it's on the taxpayers and I was going to pay for it myself. But what the dentist thought I was talking about was that I sue everybody, which I haven't. And she kept saying that this is, could fall out. They went on and on. I'm like, okay, I get it. But this time I was fuming. And when I fume, I get very quiet. To the point where Sophie will shake and it will have nothing to do with her. That's why I keep it light and fluffy all the time. I also disclosed that I suffered from anorexia nervosa. And I'll never forget this comment that Kira wrote back. I haven't heard anything for months from her. However, Kira, if you're watching, see, they say now anorexia is an addiction and it's something to do with your genes and yada yada. But I can honestly tell you, when I was going through it, I don't know how she could even still talk. Okay, as we were. Okay, so she starts screaming loudly. She tore up the rosary. Her posture was threatening, and she looked more and more harried. I already told you this is a real word. It's not after Prince Harried. Harried. That doesn't sound... As her boyfriend arrived, with a completely altered voice, she shouted at him, "Peter, get out!" As he was about to leave, Father Alt glanced at Annalise's desk. He saw a piece of paper carelessly tossed aside, and he took it along. More than any statement by others about her, it epitomizes her struggle against what was about to overwhelm her. Her handwriting, controlled at first, becomes more and more unsteady, with some sentences breaking into fragments until there is a final desperate cry for help. Now, before I read you what it says, thank gosh they translated from German to English. When I was in Seville, the German language is very direct. Okay? So he was talking about the handwriting. You know what's so strange here? For a girl that went to school and was studying to be a teacher, tell me what you see. You know what I see? Somebody who is really confused, doesn't know themselves because her handwriting keeps changing pretty much from almost end to last. And this doesn't even look like her handwriting. See, this is, and this doesn't, you see what I'm trying to say? Okay, so I'll read what it says. And poor Sophie Ann. Okay. My back is killing me in this position. Hang on. Sorry, folks. I need to go to the store and get some Benadryl. All right, ready? Okay. Hang on. Okay. Courage leaves to say what I wanted. I am a sinner. I have clearly recognized that in the chapel today. Even if I imagined something different, I have no courage. Despaired, I am afraid that my priest, my no trust. I am standing at a crossroads, either life or death. And it was written in June of 1975. Okay. And then it says, grievously injured. Though the years, I no longer defended myself. Not now either. I became desperate after the Holy Communion and Spirit of the heart. An icon chain is pressing around my heart. Fear, terror, my spirit is lame. If it becomes freer, right away despair arises. The worst of it is that I have no choice anymore. I see that sometimes, clear like lightning, hopelessness sits at the root of where life is. It has become a condition, pride, unspeakable pride. will not set me free. When I speak, my heart does not speak along. I am afraid that people despair in me. I am afraid that people despair me in paralysis. Still I give myself to every glimmer of hope. Newly unfettered, things will get worse and worse with me day after day if no dam will be constructed. Okay. It goes on to say, Dr. Goodman, there is no unconscious poetic power here. Quote, hopelessness sits at the root where life is, and an urgent plea for a dam to be constructed, a dam that is against what is that she experienced as a flooding and called flooding her being. Father Ralt felt deeply worried and called her parents the same afternoon, suggesting they take Annalise home. They apparently thought that she might recover as she had before, but Annalise lay in the bed after this visit by her spiritual counselor, stiff and responding to no one. And even after she was able to get up again, she could not study or work on her thesis. So on July the 17th, her parents came. They first went to Dr. Schelp, whom they asked about Annalise's prospects for a fruitful professional life. Dr. Schelp tried to reassure them on the account clearly. However, something else was on their minds. What they asked, did Dr. Schelp think? What did he think was the cause of Annalise's illness? The explanation she offered, namely, I always thought it was a man. The explanations she offered. How, I just caught myself. Hang on a second. Okay. Dr. Schelp, whom first they asked about Annalise, fruitful recovery, tried to reassure them that on the account clearly, however, something else was on their minds. What they asked, did Dr. Schelp think was the case of Annalise's illness? The explanations she offered, namely, that there was some indications of an epileptic focus in the left temporal lobe that was technically and just vague enough to leave them anxious. It is clear from Dr. Schlepp's statement under oath at the trial that the distraught couple really wanted to ask her, could she possibly accept possession as an explanation for Annalise's behavior? Oh, sorry. Okay, so illness. The explanation she offered, and there was some indication of an epileptic focus in the left temporal lobe. That's here. Was technical and just vague enough to leave them anxious. It is clear in Dr. Schlepp's under oath at the trial was the distraught couple really wanted to ask her, could she possibly accept possession as an explanation for Annalise's affliction? They made a hesitant attempt What was Dr. Schlepp's religious affiliation? Even under oath, she could not recall what she answered. It must have been non-committal, for the Michaels, feeling discouraged, asked no further. What was the sense of talking to someone who, as a non-Catholic, would have no understanding of all the assumptions they accepted as true within their faith, let alone feel with them the magnitude of their distress the same day they took Annalise home? At home, and again in Klingenberg, Annalise started eating, but her other problems continued unabated. With stiff legs, as she herself said, as though they were sticks, the worst of it, as she saw it, that they could no longer pray. As she told Peter, it used to be prayer that helped me a great deal when I was feeling bad. Despite all attempts, I know I cannot pray at all. Okay, I'm leaving it on page 77. So we're going to pick up on page 78 tomorrow. All right, these are my thoughts. Okay. What is a vague temporal lobe look like? A vague temporal lobe, or did I miss something? Secondly, I told you, she's so entwined, Annalise Michael, and the reason that they talk in the book about Annalise Michael, hang on a second. The reason they talk in the book about Annalise Michael, okay, is because the reason they talk about Annalise Michael and the Catholicism and how, you know, her family, that's why they talk about her ancestors of the town and how it turned industrial and how there were Jesuits, Protestants, Catholicism, which, you know, is so funny. People have no faith in those institutions anymore. It's unbelievable. People have faith in no institutions that I know of. You know, and also with my walk of oath, I need to think of a better slogan. If anybody comes up with anything good, I will pay you $100. I am serious, because I want to get t-shirts made too. And I'm not selling them, I'm giving them away on my ride. And I'm putting together a pamphlet with the documentation. Now that's exposure. I'm worried about becoming a sacrificial lamb. It's not a joke either. How am I going to tell? Oh, sorry, Annalise. When they talk about the anorexia and that she was able to eat, but her legs were stiff, I'm wondering what her weight was then. They don't say that. There's nothing there at this point. I hope we get to that point, because I really want to know what is going on with her health. So, you know what I would do if you're honestly interested in this book written by Dr. Goodman, who has now since passed away? I mean, anybody living during that time, I don't think, I would be surprised if there were people still around, unless there were Annalise's classmates that were still around. Now that would be interesting. If there are any classmates out there who happen to be bilingual in terms of German or English, or if you could get somebody to translate, I would love to talk to people that knew Annalise Michael. At any rate, I can hope and wish, or I can email. and I think I'll email. Also, I will be working a lot this summer. I applied for some jobs at, well, I don't want to say where, but they are palliative care facilities, nursing homes, etc. I have so much love to give, and you don't get real love on social media. That's not why I'm doing this, but it's been healthy for me. I never thought I'd read again, laugh again. Like, that's why I say I'm not a victim. And Harry and Meghan and the royal family wind me up because they know exactly what's going on with everything. And it's not good. Check out the reading I did on Catherine, the Princess of Wales, today. She needs to be in public soon. This is ridiculous. At any rate, take care of yourselves. I'll do the same. And that is a wrap. Welcoming, respecting all aspects of people. And again, I know that if you're subscribed to my Little House on the Prairie channel, which, by the way, I'm reading this as the bedtime story tonight, I know you're a good person, because I know I'm a little bit of a dupa sometimes. Anyways, I'm going to do some of my exercises. I'm all ready. I've got the green screens picked. I've got the songs picked. And it's new stuff. I think you'll like it. So I have a few shorts coming up. Okay, bye everybody. And thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed that read. Sorry, I interjected a lot today, but I was able to keep on track. I still have to carry all of the furniture upstairs to down here because I'm making my studio down here again. It's too hot upstairs, plus I'm renting part of the house because Mom's going up to see her boyfriend this summer. So take care of yourselves, and I'll do the same. I love you all as human beings. We walk, we talk, we sing and dance. I'm gonna do my exercises. It's after 6 and it's day 7. Hi, Doofa. Okay, look at this, guys. Look. Look at that. Remember how clear they were 5 days ago? She has 100 antibiotics more to take. Her prednisone is finished, but she needs another allergy shot. The Bobbins has bad allergies. She got stung by a bee when she was a puppy, and her face started to explode. So, yeah, her face is getting itchy. Let's see. Oh, your chin's good, Bobbins. Okay. Say bye to everybody. Are you my friend? Aw, thank you, Sophie. Do you want to go do the peepers outside? Yeah? Okay, come on, Sophie.
But I have to ask you, so I'm technically a newlywed. I've been married 3 years. You've married 21 years. Are you still
Sophie, come on. Here, Toe. Just so you don't run away. Okay, here we are in my backyard. Alright, I'm going to do my shorts and my exercises right now, and wow, is it a beautiful day. You know what's so funny? I always used to be so worried about how I would look on camera. Hang on a minute. To go here. I know what we can do, Sophie Ann. Hi, look. I've got my blanket. All right.